going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Kevin Jackwitz. This is the Kaged Review, and this is my review for The Walking Dead, Season 10, Episode 20. It's called Splinter. And so this kind of is from the perspective of Princess. You get to look at Princess, Yumiko, Eugene, Ezekiel. They're captured by the Commonwealth. So at the beginning, you get a glimpse of all four of them. Then you have a little conversation between Yumiko and Princess, where Princess is talking about her upbringing. Now they're captured. They're in these train car jail cells, and they keep bringing these guys out to question them. But during this conversation, you realize that Princess has had a very hard upbringing, kind of with some violence or cruelty or whatever it was, and that it's made her not exactly normal. She even has this thing where she starts naming off cities in alphabetical order. Maybe it's some kind of weird Twitch thing to help her calm down. Everybody's telling her to not do anything, to calm down, to play by the rules, that this is all part of a test because they've all been here before. Well, Princess escapes. She goes over to talk to Eugene. Eugene lets her know that he thinks they're being tested, and so he talks her into sneaking back into her train car and trying to play ball. Princess then gets pulled out so they can kind of interrogate her, ask her 20 million questions about her life, Hilltop, her friends, and you can kind of see what they're doing. They are testing these new people that they're not familiar with, and of course she gets very irritated. At one point, Ezekiel then comes to Princess's aid because he got out, and she starts kind of reliving her past. Starts having delusions and things like that. Princess and Ezekiel then begin interrogating this guard. This guard comes in, they capture him, and then she's asking him all these questions about what's actually happening with the Commonwealth, why they're being held captive, what's with all the questioning. She goes through this whole routine. But then you realize that Ezekiel's not even there. She's hallucinating him, and while it looked like Ezekiel was the one who took out the guard, it was actually her, and she beat the hell out of him. When Princess comes out of this little delusion and realized that it was actually her that beat the guard, they have this nice little heart-to-heart where the guard's trying to talk to her. He's trying to say, look, these are good people. Of course, he just had his ass handed to him by Princess, so I'm sure he's not exactly thrilled. But at this point, Princess realizes that she caused a little bit of a pain in the ass for everybody in the group, and so she agrees to answer their questions. And that's kind of where they leave off the episode. I think it was really cool as far as filling in the gaps. This actually pertained to the storyline. It actually made some sense. It actually had some purpose. So I really liked that. It was still kind of uneventful in some ways, and actually in a lot of ways. I mean, it was a lot of talking, not a lot of action, which I don't mind if it's done well, if it's really good acting involved. This was okay for me. It was okay. I'll give this probably a 5.5 out of 10. It was an episode that does tie the ends together from Season 10 to Season 11. It had a purpose, but it was kind of boring. And so that's just kind of where I'm at with it. I do like some of the stuff they're doing with Princess, but it's not really done well, if that makes sense. She's kind of a tortured character. We get that. Has a bad past. It's left a mark on her. So we get that. But I think some of the delivery, especially with the actress, I don't know her name, it just didn't hit home with me. So ladies and gentlemen, that's where I'm at. 5.5 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackwitz. Kaged Nation, out.